Hello?
Hello, Jughead. This is Archie. Come over right away. It's a matter of life or death.
Oh, relax, Archie.
Attention, all true believers. Marvel Comics is on the air.
A friend of the unfortunate, enemy of criminals. In reality, Dan Garrett, a rookie patrolman, loved by everyone but suspected by none of being the Blue Beetle.
Boys and girls, your attention, please. Presenting a new exciting radio program featuring the thrilling adventures of an amazing and incredible personality. Faster than an airplane, more powerful than a locomotive, impervious to bullets.
Up in the sky, look! It's a bird! It's a plane! It's Superman!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, everybody. It's Miss Jen here on The Experience. We're starting our day of awesomeness. I hope you guys got to tune in to the interview from today. That was really fun. We've got some other stuff coming up after our show. It's got like end to end today for awesome things. Comic Dunes is going to be on. That's Jeff, who's got incredible stuff. Like if you're collecting high-end stuff, he's got what you need. And if you want to just have normal comic books, he's also got your back. Mog and Mel are also going to come on today with super awesome guest, Jason Strutz, with his book, Returned. We're going to have a fun time today doing a little, we're going to figure out a little bit about you guys, like what generation are you from? As we have everybody come on. I've got little tiny books that I'm going to do when I'm sure we have everybody, but the rest of the show is really, truly going to be us having fun with these questions about things that you may have experienced, like, microwaves and that kind of stuff. But everything else, all the books are going to be $1. We're going to do $1 books. There's no, like, you can just get one if you want to. That's totally fine. Again, these are our shipping rates. I just want to let you guys know. Super inexpensive. Justin, I've been missing you, man. How are you doing? We'll come right back and get after this because I think this is going to be a lot of fun today. So I'll see you in a second.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box?
All right, we're gonna have some fun today. Hey, Justin, I know that you're gonna do well at this little quiz. It's gonna be fun. You got your box? So many curveballs. Were you ordering things? So everybody, Justin is awesome. Justin lets us know what he wants ahead of FOC, and he pre-orders graphic novels and other kind of fun stuff. So he had a lot of really cool things to pick up today. All right, so we're gonna first of all let you know that I'm gonna get to these at some point, but just know that I have them. I have a bunch of little tiny books from 1965 and 66 that I'm gonna get to at some point in the show. Hello, Lyle. Hi, Preston. But I'm going to start out by saying we're going to have prizes for everyone that participates today. So get yourself a piece of paper. Any paper will do because you're going to have to keep yourself some points. Okay. I'm going to ask questions randomly. You may have seen this quiz around the internet. It's not like seeing what you know. But the rest of the stuff we're going to do today is dollar books, a whole dollar, whatever I pull out of these boxes. So they're just boxes I have around. All right, first question, everybody, for your little marked points. Give yourself a point for each thing you've never done. If you've never done these things, give yourself a point. Okay? Okay, here's your first one. Give yourself a point if you've never used a rotary phone. I guess extra points if you don't know what a rotary phone is. See what number this is here. Gotta be 4. Okay. All right, your first dollar book. Human Target, number 4. That's the B cover. You can inexpensively watch this guy try to solve his own murder. You've actually used a rotary phone. All right. Awesome sauce. How about Captain Atom number 5? That's a newsstand edition. He's versus Firestorm Nuclear Man. So now you kind of get what the quiz is going to be like. Give yourself a point if you've never used a rotary phone. I guess 2 points if you don't know what a rotary phone is. Swamp Thing dollar comic. Sup? We're doing dollar. We're doing dollar books. Only $1, just $1 today. And the first question I asked to make 2 is give yourself a point if you have never used a rotary phone. Lyle still uses a rotary phone. I have a rotary phone at home. Do you guys think it's not age discrimination? Not everyone's going to get a prize that participates. Did you hear me say that? You get a prize for participating. You don't have to get any points. You don't have the most points. You just have to participate. Can you guys verify this rumor that if you have a rotary phone, you can plug it into a jack, even if you don't have service, and it's still supposed to be able to dial 911? Is that true? Legion of Superheroes, number 29. $1. X Factor, number 70. Day of Decision. $1. Jeff Brown, welcome in. I'm doing dollar books, and we're having a fun quiz. The first question was, give yourself a point if you have never used a rotary phone. Supposedly true, but you never tried it. I guess it would be bad to try it because if you dial 911 and that actually connected, they're going to set out black and white just to make sure you're okay. Guardians of the Galaxy number 15, featuring the Protege. I actually weirdly bought one at a garage sale just so I had it just in case for giant power outage and there was a crisis. Because we actually had in our storm this last year, we had no power, no cell service. It was the scariest thing. If there was something bad going on, there was no help for you. You just had to suck it up, I guess. Warlord number 101. This one has got a little bit of damage. It's like dialing your own number. It'll ring. Okay. Awesome. If you dial 911 on your cell phone, it will connect you to emergency services in the location of its area code. Oh, it is a smarty smartphone. TJ says, used one, rebuilt one, and even was in an operator center once. Tell us about that, TJ. What does it mean to be in an operator center? Tell us more. Green Lantern number 3. Again, these are all $1. $1. G.I. Joe Special Missions, number 25. Oh, Nash, that is such an awesome question. Let's go through all the deets. Here's the deets. Before you make any claims, in this case, don't send me a DM unless you're watching me on the Facebooks. Otherwise, there's a sweet form that JD will throw up in the comments so we can connect. Just fill that out, and I will send you all of the deets after the show. You can buy from me all the way through Wednesday. We take payments via PayPal, and we ship in Gemini mailers. Everything always comes to you super safe. We are known for our amazing packaging. So there you go. Great question, Chris. You hooked up to Magic Jack, was able to talk through your computer on a rotary dial phone. Oh, that's cool, Make Two. And AT&T is illuminating landlines. Well, I'm glad I got rid of my landline, I guess. All right, here's your second question, everybody. Give yourself a point if you have never used a floppy disk. If you've never used a floppy disk. AT&T had an operator center in your town where operators took calls and provided directory assistance, help with long distance. Oh, that's awesome, TJ. You're like everybody's hero. G.I. Joe Special Missions number 27, $1. 0 for 2. Preston's being awesome. Legion of Superheroes 39. Legion 7. This one has got a little bit of damage. It's got like a crease across. You mean the physical save button? Just too old. We had to talk about it, JD and I, before I started. And he was like, well, I think everybody that watches is of a certain age. I'm like, well, then that'll be fun anyway. Well, here's stories about it. TJ used to use a candlestick phone. What's a candlestick phone? Legion of Superheroes number 8, $1. This feels like a DC box. And number 9, there's a little run in here you can get for $1 a piece. See what else is in here. 10. Joking. Number 14. 15. 16. Hopefully that's into Legion. Find some other goodies. All right, you guys ready for the next one? Give yourself a point if you've never used a typewriter. I will even count if you use the typewriter as an anchor on your boat, because that's also what they're good for. Book of Shadows number 3. That's the pre-order edition for $1. Didn't work. Yeah, my parents all my life would show me this. They had one of those big wall ones where you just talked and then it would connect to an operator or whatever. They tell me like that's what we're going to give you that when you get old enough. And then I got old enough and they sold it to somebody. It's like, okay. Nope. The big wooden one. Kind of like that, but in a big wooden part. You're making me cry. Don't cry. It just means you're have wisdom. You're long enough to have wisdom hair. Hey, Kenneth, we're having fun. Kenneth, have you ever used a typewriter? The party line, that's right. Party line. If you lived out in the country, you definitely had party line. Lyle, do you want to explain party line to everybody that might not know? Had typewriter class in school? Yep, I did. My mom had typewriter class in school, but she was really good at fixing them, so she never really took the class. She just sat and fixed the typewriters. Don't know how to do the typewriter. That's all right. You get a point. If you've never used a typewriter, you get a point. Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants, number 3, $1. Ooh. You wish you were so wise. You were wise. My dad has a phone in a wooden box, picking it up this weekend. Ooh, Jared gets one. Your high school had 3 computers, Apple IIs. Yep, I learned how to code on an Apple II. You get some good basic, like if-then. Fish Flies, number 2 by Jeff Lemire. This is an awesome series. Just $1. That's how I learned to type with both hands. A typewriter repeatedly in high school and then a computer keyboard. Back when I was just a typewriter, I would only use 4 fingers. I think I'm doing better now, but Antique Underwood manual typewriter. Those are so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I just want to keep one around just because it's so pretty. Secret Invasion number 2. Secret Invasion number 2 with the scrolls. That is a variant cover for $1. That one looks like it's just going to try to be difficult. You remember Tandy 1000? Oh, who here had a Commodore 64 as their first computer? Batman 130 for $1. By the way, this is the last chance for any of these comic books, the Marvel and DC ones. They've already been, like, if they don't get claimed during this show, they're going to long boxes. I have someone that's going to pick them up this weekend. So 4 people use the same circuit line, identifying your ring with 2 long rings, 2 short rings, 1 long ring, 1 short ring, one long, 1 short, or vice versa. So it was all because of the chime. Yep, typing was a class when you had to be assigned to be in computer. Round guy says, still do. And the C64 Mini. Ooh. Justin says, I tried to explain to Jill that typewriters are why the keys are QWERTY, so they don't jam. What? Explain that, Justin. Is it because the way your fingers work? Superman Lost number 2. Preston says when he programmed, it had punch cards and it had to type each line of code on one. Cried when the 4th card failed and you had to retype and submit again. Oh, I can't even imagine, Preston. Is that as much frustration as if you were playing PlayStation 1, Tomb Raider, and died and then had to go back to the beginning? Brown takes that Batman. Awesome. All right, next question. Give yourself 1 point if you have never taken photos with a film camera. DC's Nuclear Winter Special number 1, formerly a $10 book. $1. I think I see that in movies a lot where people are like seeing what's going on in the party. I think that's probably why in small towns everyone knew each other's business because they were listening up. Typewriter arms would jam when common letters were next to each other, so they moved the most common letters away from each other. Excuse me. That's awesome, Justin. I did not know that at all. Learning things. Remember Sega Channel as a service with cable, round guy? What? Through winter goes the Naba. All right, now I have to pay attention. I gotta put down who's what. Naba. Naba spot. This one is, who called that other one? Was that Justin got the other one? Or Jason, sorry. Jason got Batman right. I've got Frank chose Fight Girls number 1 for $1. I've got Avengers Incorporated number 1 for $1. Lyle says, but we had one over most listeners. We spoke English where other families were French speaking. Where are you from, Lyle? And do you speak the French? Oh, I got another Fight Girls. My bad. How about Batman Superman 2021 annual? I know what's so funny is that I think they promoted Fight Girls first, Preston, as like one of the AWA launch titles. And then it was like the last of that first round that came out. It was like, come on. It was Jeff Brown. Thank you. It was like my brain stopped. Jeff Brown. All the J names that are on, I get confused sometimes. Oh, yes, yes. where everything had to have all the languages on everything, right? How about Harley Quinn, number 32? For $1. All right, here's your next question. For getting points, Preston's getting sad because he has none points. But again, I will tell you again, as long as you're buying something today that I can ship it with, everybody that participates gets a prize. The price is up there, by the way. Okay, here it is. Give yourself a point. By the way, I didn't hear anyone say that they did not ever use a film camera. That's kind of cool. Give yourself a point if you've never listened to music on a CD. On a CD. Harley Quinn, number 17 for $1. Marvel Universe, number 8, Deluxe Edition. $1. Casper TV Showtime. First issue, Collector's Edition. Got a little bit of wear, but that's pretty cool. At least that was 80s technology. We're going to go backwards, Preston. The next one's going to get a little bit older in that kind of stuff. Shepherd's pie for brown guy. Yummy. The youngins are getting all the points. Yeah, I don't think anyone's gotten any points, though. Marvel Universe. Good suggested. Chris Nash grabs Casper. Chris Nash. Chris Nash just snaked you, Justin. He said it before yours came through by just a tiny bit. This is the advanced reader copy of You've Been Canceled. It's like a one per store kind of promo material. It's a Mad Cave book. House of Slaughter, number 12. Again, these are all $1. We've already had that book up. All of these are just old enough to have some experience with, like under 10 years old. Yeah. Primo's number 4. Caliente. It's okay. You've been canceled. I gotcha. It's like scary because now everyone's saying you've been canceled. I don't want to be canceled. Don't cancel me. All right. I'm going to ask you one more question before we go to our break. Okay. Last one was give yourself a point if you've never listened to music on a CD. Give yourself a point if you've never listened to a cassette tape. We're going to take a break and come back with more dollar books.
Did you know that Arthur, King of the Britons, in Monty Python and the Holy Grail was played by a famous Graham? Check out another famous Graham by following our Instagram.
Symphonic verses, Nocturne's romance. A song of romanticized darkness, dreaming death by sleep.
FOC, a comic industry term for the final day a new comic can be ordered by a local comic shop. So, what does that mean to you? Well, it's your last chance to order a new comic book from your local comic shop. Order up! The FOC show will go over every book that's about to be cut off every Friday afternoon.
I'm going to highlight some of the stuff that I think is really worth paying attention to.
So that you can put in an order at your LCS for as many copies or as many variant covers as you want.
Sometimes the store needs to know to up their orders.
Never miss out on a popular comic again. Order up, part of the experience. You love comic books. You collect comic books. But even if you own a rare, expensive issue, it's still a copy. How would you like to own a piece of comic book history? The actual art pages the comics were made from? Oh no, you say. That's too expensive. Regular people can't afford that stuff. Can they? Nick Barucci says yes. Join the founder of Dynamite Entertainment for the original art experience on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. Incredible art at almost unbelievable prices. Does he have some high-dollar pieces for the high rollers? Sure, but Nick always makes sure to find amazing pieces priced for the fledgling collector. You can collect original comic art. The original art experience. Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Part of the experience.
All right, everybody, welcome back. I'm going to take a tiny break from our dollar books because I have these really special things that now that I know that everybody here is of a certain age, you might actually think this is a really cool thing to buy. These are from a friend of mine who is a flight attendant. These were from her childhood. You might recognize these if you are doing well in this quiz or not doing well in this quiz, as the case may be. These are little tiny gumball machine, and then I've got some Cracker Jack books that are really awesome. This one's from 1975. Sorry, 1965. It's called Fibs and Squibs. And this one is 14. That one's a pink one. And I've got some other colors. I've got orange. Sorry, it's hard to see. Another orange. I could not find this one. I have a silver one. They're all the same price. Silver. Make sure there's no more of that. Okay. And then I've got Tiny Tails. Same price. Same $14. Whoop. That one's kind of bronze. I have a green one. There's no green ones online at all. And then a really rare one. This one is a Monster Laughs. Same year for 20. I promise we're going to go through these really fast so we can get back to what we're doing. I also have from 1965 Little Kip comics for just 10. These are a good thing to collect because they don't take up hardly any room. Millie the Model from 1966 is just $7. These are Cracker Jack prizes, little tiny books. This one is How Man Learned to Fly, and it's $5. I have Our Flag, Old Glory for $5. More Mother Goose Tales is $5. This one's kind of split in half. You just glue it back together. And then weirdly in the same little container, she had a Nintendo DS Heavy Armor for $5. All right, back to dollar books. Next question. We said cassette tape. Okay. Give yourself a point if you've never listened to a vinyl record. I think we've already established that probably even if you're of a certain age, vinyl records are new and back and hot. So probably everybody. The Witcher, Ballad of Two Wolves, number 3 is $1. I'll try to get going faster for you guys so you can see more books. Ballad of Two Wolves, number 4. From Boom Studios and The Neighbors, number 2. These were all $1 a piece. Buck. From Mad Cave, Tales from Nottingham, number 1. You want both Witchers? Witcher. Gotcha. TJ, transcripted records. Wow. You can come play our game. We're playing a game. Give yourself a point if you have never listened to a vinyl record. Highly unlikely, but you can get a point out of it. Specs number 2. $1. Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing, number 11. Fuck. Oops. Got a couple of those. Is there anybody that hasn't listened to a vinyl record? I'd be very surprised. Superman. This is the storyline, The Chained, part 1. So it's number 6. So fuck for that. I have Storm, number 5. So I just count. If you run across one you haven't done. You ever run into 60s, early 70s large Disney books with comics, puzzles inside? Can I do occasionally? Actually, I'm going to go to Traverse City this year. There was a booth that had quite a bit of those with the ones where just had like activities inside. I'll see if I can get those from her. Static Shadows of Dakota, number 6. Stella. Next question. This one you guys might get a point out of. Give yourself a point if you have never listened to music on a Walkman. It's very specific. Walkman. Saturday Morning Adventures, Dungeons and Dragons, number 2. $1. Hey, you got a point! Woo! Like 12 by 17. So 12 by 17. Those are pretty big. Okay. Tales Told in Techno Horror, Season 1, number 1. This is pretty scary, these books. $1. Point that is. Not puzzle book. Yeah. Point. You got a point. Yay! Tales of the Bounty Hunter, Star Wars, number 18. $1. You got Boba Fett on that cover. Where am I? Robin, number 4 of 5. Next question. Give yourself a point if you have never listened to music on a boombox outside. It's very specific. If you've never listened to music on a boombox outside. Once in Future, number 15. $1. This game's easy. I just don't get points. It's a game to play to just take a trip down memory lane. Die, number 17. You're an indoor kid, no boombox outside. You didn't take it outside and get your skate deck out. Crossover, 13. $1. If you don't recollect it, you get yourself a point. Dawn of DC, Titans, number 1. I think this is like right around the time when they had the Beast War storyline. Never owned a Walkman, but you couldn't walk through the neighborhood without hearing someone's boombox. That's true. Ken used to have a battery-powered record player, play records outside. Do you remember the TVs, the little tiny black and white ones that you could put batteries in and had the big rabbit ears on them? OGs carried on your shoulder down the street. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. And it was highly likely if you did that, you also had access to cardboard so you could challenge someone to breakdance battles, which is my favorite thing. I think we should do away with armaments and defense systems. And anytime anyone has any problem with each other, they have to show up at an assigned place and do breakdance fighting. And that's it. They just resolve it that way. Star Wars Doc Afra number 33. Really great cover. $1. One of my favorite stories. Tried really hard to get it Eisner Award. This is Traveling to Mars, number 4 by Mark Russell. Cannot recommend it more highly. It's about a guy who knows he's terminal, so he volunteers to go on a one-way trip to Mars to help set up the first, the atmosphere scrubbers and stuff. He knows he's going to die. You get a Japanese transistor radio. That's awesome. All right, next question. Give yourself a point if you never watched a video from a VHS tape. Not Australia? No. Yeah, maybe. Did you see that they were going to do Raygun the musical, and Raygun sent her lawyers after them to not have it happen? I'd be like, how do I show up and autograph things? You don't stop people from doing that stuff. You embrace it. Year Zero, Volume 0, number 4. You can jump into Year Zero anywhere you want. They're all really great horror stories. $1. You did. Woohoo! Tales from Nottingham, number 3 for $1. I do too. I've got a secret stash of VHSs. There's some of them you can't get. They've never put it on streaming. You can't get it on DVD. It's your only hope to watch it. Superman Lost, number 1. B. Where I was over here. Let's do this. Betamax, yeah. I can remember when Betamax and VHS were having a battle it out at the, VHS store, video rental stores back in the day. Ken says, I remember way back in the day at a 4th of July show, you won a transistor radio from a drawing. I think some of my friends won a microwave at graduation. They thought it was the best thing that ever happened. Dawn of DC Steelworks, number 1 for $1. Avengers, number 38. This is the Verege variant. And Mr. Verege is no longer with us, so we won't get any more of those covers, unfortunately. All right, next question. Give yourself a point if you have never sent or received a fax. Yes, I do remember Heathkit radios. You kind of want one for some reason. There's a one down here I think people are going to get a point on. Only way you get Song of the South. Yeah. What did you say, Steve? VHS also happens to be the title of fascinating horror movies of the last decade? Tell me more. I used to send, when I had my first store, I used to send my lunchtime song requests to the radio station in Midland, Texas via fax. Odyssey of the Amazons, number 2 of 6, $1. Invincible Red Sonja, number 7, $1. Tenement, number 5. That's the Lemire scary book. Sacrificers, number 3 by Remender, $1. Harley Quinn, number 32 with, I don't know, they look like cute little dinosaurs down there. Is Morse code going to be the next question? It's not. It's not. But that is hilarious. That is 100% hilarious. All right, here's your next one. Give yourself a point if you have never recorded music from radio to cassette. You never sat there and waited for your favorite song to play so you could actually capture it on cassette. Pathfinder, Wake the Dead, #1. Fred Van Lente writing. Tales from Nottingham, #5. There's a bunch of Tales from Nottingham in here. You won't get a point until she goes back to dictaphones. Good. You're the best. Storm, #2. I don't really know where I am up here. I feel like I might be back to this one. Radiant Black. This is #25, but it's the first part of the Catalyst War. What did JD say? Give yourself a point if you've never communicated with semaphore flags. That would be cool. SOS. There you go. I learned that from, there used to be a commercial back in the day where dishes in the dishwasher were sending out SOSs. Used to tape car talk, listen to later. Never music. Uh-oh. Smoke signals. Supermassive. Supermassive. This is the 2022 Supermassive. That's really cool because this one's like an expensive book for $1. This is part of the, forgot what that verse is that they call it. The Higgins is made. Massive verse. That's it. Massive verse. I also have from the Massive verse No One, #5, and #4 for $1. All right. Next question. I'm gonna try to make it through all of these. Oh man, here we go. Give yourself a point if you've never rented a video from Blockbuster. Free Comic Book Day, Judge Dredd from don't know what Supermassive gets called. From Jeff. I got you, Jeff. Ken, those have been awesome to have. Used to have VHR tapes full of old MTV videos. That's gold right there. This is a Batman book called Phase Clan, #1. Phase Clan, #1. Never Blockbuster. You get a point, Ken! Yay! Marjorie Finnegan, Temporal Criminal, #2. I know that this is in development, this series. AWA Upshot. DC Black Label, The Last God, Tales from the Book of Ages. This is, it says it's 5th edition compatible, so it must be RPG ready. I have Artemis and the Assassin, #1. These are still sealed, so their little code must still be in them, although I don't know if the code works anymore. This is Fortnite Marvel Zero War, #4 with the Doom. Oh, this one's a good one. All right, next question. Give yourself a point if you never accessed the internet by dial-up. I bet you guys can hear the sound in your head. Black Adam, The Justice Society Files, Atom Smasher, #1. Oh my goodness, Lyle, don't do that. Definitely don't do that. She will be very thankful for a clear driveway. Got Buffy the Vampire Slayer, 27 for $1. Mm-hmm. The Ray, number 5. Oops. Outlaws, number 8. Bing, bing. That's the miniseries, The Ray. This is the regular Ray from 1994, number 5. Something just sold. Can't remember if we had this one. Static, number 6. Postal Strike is still on. 21 days. Oh, no. That does not sound fun. Erratic 2, Recharge 4 of 4. This was their kind of Spider-Man-esque character. I really like this guy. Let me see if I can find a picture of him. He must be missing for most of this issue. He doesn't put on his costume that whole issue. He's just being himself. Remember when the computers and tech in war games was cutting edge? Yes, I do. By the way, I'm still afraid of Master Control. Once Upon a Time at the End of the World, number 7. But bye, Lyle. It was awesome. We'll try to have this kind of fun again next week. I'll come up with another fun quiz. How about Suicide Squad, King Shark, number 5? What's Batman Detective, number 1049, A Prisoner of the Mind. That's actually a really good cover, yeah. Green Lantern, number 10, The Ascension of John Stewart. Ooh, payphone's a good question. I don't think there's a payphone thing on this. Nope, I don't see it. All right, next question. Give yourself a point if you have never, ever used a phone book. Never, ever used a phone book. Nubia and the Amazons, number 4 of 6 for $1. Supergirl, number 3 from the 4-issue miniseries. A Wizard Zero, X-51, the Machine Man. That's pretty cool. You can still see Matthew Broderick hooking a rotary phone receiver into his computer. Yep. Preston said, and did any of you laugh when Superman rushed to a payphone and found they got rid of the boost? Yeah, that's kind of fun. Just came out this Halloween. It's the 7th film in the series. Oh, it's an anthology of found footage stories. So it's real? Like real stuff or just like reenacted things? Newbie and Supergirl. And Russ G, I'm going to leave all the books on the board. So if you send me messages for anything that you've missed, you totally can do that. I usually say not on dollar books, but I'm going to leave it all up here. Just until tomorrow. And then I got to take it all down. Oh my goodness, you're all old. We're all old. That's the point, TJ. We're all old. X-51. X-51. Power of the Atom, number 4. It has a 16-page second feature. Ooh, early Power Rangers, number 2. That's from when they split the books between Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers for a little while. An Image First Radiant Black. Some of those are worth money. Some of them are just still a dollar thing. That's just freebie. Ooh, let's see who can type the fastest. Captain America, $3.97. Scourge lurks, a whole $1. Next question. Give yourself a point if you have never sent a postcard. You might get a point out of this one. Amazing Spider-Man number 80. This one is part of the Beyond storyline. Nash, I'm going to send you a message after the show to the email that you sent me. It'll have all of that information, where my next showtime is and all of those goodies. But really, the next time I'm going to be on is Saturday on the Comic Book Shopping Network, which my message will have all the links to it. It's just a sister channel of ours that's all shows about buying comic books, as opposed to this channel, which has got a lot of like informational shows, like the FOC shows. Chris, if you filled out that form, then I will have had it in my inbox. Yeah. Micronauts number 12. All fiction, very intriguing. Daytime death battle with an alien creature. Ooh, I like that when they show you the alien. Captain America number 397. That signal. They're a whole $1. Fury of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 1. Woo. All books are $1 today. Maybe you go and liquefy your dinner. Did you put your teeth back in? Macro. Got it. Did you hear which one it was? Mutant X number 4, $1. Got the Micronaut? I got that. All right, we're going to try to sizzle it in here because I don't have very much room to the end here. Bat Signal is first right of refusal, Stephen. Let's see if he wants it, and otherwise that is yours. Let's see. Give yourself a point if you have never, ever used a paper map to get somewhere. Power Rangers goes to Jeff. You can have, you don't need that one. Okay, Stephen. How about, I think this is X-Men number 6, the Polaris cover variant. Remember, the After Me today, Comic Dunes is going to come on. Jeff is going to be selling really awesome comic books. He's going to have a lot more coolness than I've got today. And then Mog and Mel are going to have special guest, Jason Stretz. So don't miss out. You guys can be on the channel for the next 4 hours if you really want to. No paper mat. You guys remember the big orange book they flipped through? Guardians of the Galaxy, number 6. $1. Polaris goes to Jeff. Archie and Friends Summer Vacation number 1. Rand McNally, that's it. Image issue 2. That's a bunch of different stories from a bunch of different Image creators. It's like a prestige format, but real thick. Guardian goes to Rusty. Archie gets Chris Nash. Nope. Chris Nash gets Archie. I'm going to get this straight. Nash, if you like kids books, I've got tons I can show on a show for you. I do have a lot. Nash got Archie just ahead of you, Justin. It's just like tiny seconds. Okay. Give yourself a point if you have never owned a dictionary. Superman Special Endless Winter. $1. Ugh. Street Fighter 2, 48 pages. Duo number 1. Adventures of Superman number 643. This looks like maybe a second print. I know I don't have any Nancy Drew Hardy boys. Don't know 3 investigators. I don't know that one. I only know because someone asked me specifically about Nancy Drew this week. I've already looked that up while I was here. Superman Special is Justin. Am I doing this right? Yep. Street Fighter, Jeff Brown. I've got another copy of that if anyone wants it. Steven's book. See, those totally sound like my kind of jam. I'll have to go look those up. It sounds like a fun show. All right, give yourself a point if you've never owned an encyclopedia. Different than a dictionary. Encyclopedia. You got just a couple minutes. Oh, here you go. How about Wonder Woman number 296? Bobbsey Twins. Do they have comic books for those? If you could tell me what company made them, I'd be happy to look those. You had a Funkin' Wagnalls? Awesome. What if Submariner had saved Atlantis for its destiny? Get a little sweet spot of goodies here. Moon Knight, 12. Ooh, a point. All right, here's the last one. Give yourself a point if you've never paid with a paper check. Never paid with a paper check. Grendel, Devil's Odyssey, number 7. Wonder Woman gets grabbed up by Clement. Boop, boop. By the way, this has been super fun, y'all. Tried to get an encyclopedia. What? Jeff Brown gets the what ifs. Good job. All right, final book, The Joker's Wild. If you guys like this show, I can do another show like this next Thursday. Happy to do it. Everybody that participated and bought something gets this really cool X-Men Gold. I'm so sorry, JD, I put it in the wrong spot. X-Men Gold. It's a cool lithograph by Scotty Young. $5 value for free. And that's the total list there. If you guys wanted to screenshot it and play it with your family. Because it was a lot of fun, right? You write too many checks. Yep. I feel you. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Stick around. Coming up next is Comic Dunes with Jeff. Give him love. Make sure you share and thumbs up. Tell your friends. I'm going to send everyone information that sent me or filled out the form. And I will see you guys next time here next week on Thursday. Thanks, JD. I'll see you guys next time.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.